All right, in this video, we're going to talk about branded system generated links, also known as API domains in high level. We're going to talk about what is an API domain, why you should add it, set it up, what's the benefit of it, and I'm actually going to walk through, show you how to set it up. All right, so first thing, what is an API domain? The API domain it's really just another level of white labeling your high level account. It's also helping with email deliverability and brand recognition for you and your clients. Let me show you what I mean by that. All right, if we hop into this sub account here, let me actually go over the help article first. So the help article, how to configure brand system generated links, API domains. All right, so what this is setting up the domain, the URL for your forms, surveys, calendar links, trigger links, short links, and review links. That is so you have better brand recognition and I think you have better brand recognition and better email deliverability. So let me give me an example. If we go over to the sub account, which is not set up for in here, if we go into a survey here, and then click on integrate and we get the link for it. The default link for the survey is use the domain API link connectorhq.com, which is one of high level's domains. So one, you're not going to have it's not the same branding for you and your business. It's better to have the same domain you're sending from in your emails with the same links. If you have a mismatch there, the email service providers don't always like that, and it could slightly affect your deliverability. So we want to change this up to have your branded domain. So let's go ahead and back out of here. And let's back out here. Okay, so from here, we're going to start with, there's two different levels. There's the agency level where you can set it, and then there's the sub account level. We're in the sub account here, but we're going to go to the agency level first. So if we click up here and click here to switch to the agency view, now we go down to settings, and then we go to company, and then we scroll down here. Again, this is the agency view, which is controlling for all your sub accounts. First, you have the white label domain, which this is what you log into high level with. Next is the API domain. Now, first off, I recommend not using the same domain that you use up here down here. Let me show you actually in mine what I mean by that. So over here, this is mine. My white label domain is app.clicklaunch.ai, which is, you can see that here. Now for the API domain, I put in a different domain because this is the default one that's going to be used for all sub accounts that are created until you put your client's domain in there. So if your client's sending out a bunch of bad emails and then gets deliverability hurt, that this could come back and affect your domain because your link was in there, possibly. I'd rather just not do that and have an off domain for yourself. That's what I recommend doing. And then within these sub accounts, that's where you want to use your client's domain. So the way you add that, and I'm going to show you here. First, we're going to go back to this one. We're going to add it into here. To add the domain, you need to have a CNAME pointing to brand.ludicrous.cloud. Now let's go ahead and add in a domain here. Usually I like doing it because it's for links. I type in link dot, I'm going to use one of my domains, godelsdigital.com. I use that one. Now, when we do this, if we click on add domain, what it's going to do, okay, so this first one here, we can go ahead and continue. And if you have Cloudflare, GoDaddy, or the Google domains, which now switch to Wix or something, then it'll automatically connect it. But I'm gonna show you how to manually do it here. And then for the other one, we'll do it the automatic way. So first I'm gonna do is add record manually. This is if you're gonna have something else like Namecheap or some other ones that don't automatically do this. So now this is the one record that you have to create. Pretty easy. So it's a CNAME, the host of link, which is what you typed in, and then the required value. So I already copied it, but I can also click this to copy. Now you come back to your DNS records. And then, so I'm using Cloudflare here. What you'll do is in your DNS manager, you'll click on add record. You're going to select CNAME here under the type. You're going to type wherever that host is, link, and then your target, which is that brand.ludicrous.cloud. And then you want to make sure you turn the proxy off. And then when you're done with that, you're going to click on the save button. And now if we come back into here, and then we click on verify records, it's going to go through and verify that domain is in there. Usually takes about 30 seconds or so. And there, now the domain is in there, and now that'll work for this account. So now if we actually go back into that account, if we go down to sites, into surveys. Now if we go into the survey and if we click on integrate, and we click on link, we're going to see link.godelsdigital.com, which is the new link in there. So there, now it's branded. Okay, we're going to head back over to my other account, and I'm going to show you in here how to connect it for the sub account. Same way, but I'm going to show you where it is. I'm just going to do it the automatic way. All right, so once you're in here, this time it's on the business profile as opposed to the company for the agency view. You're going to scroll down here. Again, you'll find the branded link down here. It's going to show you where to point it. This time I'm going to type in, let's do something a little different, links.godelsdigital.com. I can go and delete the other one, but I'll just add links in here, similar. And I'll click on add domain. Now this time I'm going to click on continue. I always recommend clicking on continue first because it might find your domain provider and then might just automatically connect it. But if not, then you'll click on the add manually. So see, I have Cloudflare. So all I'm going to do is click on authorize domain. What it's going to do is going to open up Cloudflare. It's going to have you log in if you're already there. It's going to show you what it's going to add. You're going to click on authorize. It's going to come back and authorize it, and it's going to make sure it's in there. Again, probably take about 30 seconds or so. So we'll wait here. And there we go. Now links.godelsdigital is set up for this specific sub account. Now it's going to use links.godelsdigital.com for all funnels, surveys, calendars, trigger links, short links, review links. And that's how you set up your branded system generated link, also known as the API domain. So go ahead and set that up for your account for your clients. And then I will see you on the next video.